Yo, 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 what is up, my peeps? It's your main man, Kop here. We are back with another awesome episode of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Last time, we took care of Junior. Learned a little bit more about Ciri's story and what she was after, her and Dandelion. And, then, the King of Redania, the insanely insane and crazily racist Radovid, sent us after one of the biggest characters in Witcher 2, Phillipa Eilheart. So, in order to repay him for telling us where Junior was, we gone to his to her hideout to find out exactly what's going on. So let's go there now and find out what's going on. Esther.
March back in there. But Commander, it's full of monsters and traps. We've dragged out 4 wounded, and there's near a dozen corpses still down there.
I don't give a shit. We've orders to search this cave, and that's what we'll do.
I think that's my job, boys.
We'll deal with the witches.
Chest completely crushed. Ribs must have pierced the lungs.
They're all the easy to find witches already. I could use a quickie.
Having trouble?
Nothing fucking but. One ploughing trouble after the other.
What's it to you? Who are you?
I'm a trouble solver.
A means to solve your troubles. Radovid sent me.
No, it's you. Been waiting for you.
What have you learned so far? I really don't want to annoy the witch hunters any more than I absolutely have to. They're kind of tetchy.
Word was you hadn't been able to get inside.
Till yesterday, when we found this. Doesn't look like much, but it's got power of some sort. Opens the entrance.
Good work.
Good work. Saved me some time.
We're thrilled.
How do you know Philippa's down there?
Think Phillipa's still inside?
That we don't know. Only certain thing is she was there at some point.
Certain? How's that?
We've been after her since Lochmuin. Poking out her eyes weren't enough. Radovid should have gutted her there and then. As it is, she turned into an owl and fled. Flew across Kedwin and Redania. Then tucked herself away here.
Anything else I should know?
What can I expect to find inside?
Everything. Anything. It's an old elven temple, the witch Eilheart turned into her hideout. Look at him. Fell into some magic trap, then monsters attacked him. Barely got out alive.
Any of your men still down there?
Dozen or so went in. They's all that came out. Rest are probably dead.
Okay, well, I'll go take care of it for you.
Time I saw her, Philippa's still in there.
Don't count on anyone going in to retrieve your corpse.
What do you reckon? Think you'll find something?
That cutthroat. Not on your life.
Well, he is a witcher.
Witcher or not, he'll be dead before you can say 2 prayers.
Beware, freak.
Oh, witch hunters. Now, let's have a look around. Let's see. Let's see what's in here, shall we? Professor Sigismund Glogger's notes and the feline silver sword diagram. Oh yeah. See, that's why we couldn't just go and run and grab all the feline gear. Because we'd have run into this without having the precursor quest, and it would have been very unfortunate. But let's read Professor Geiger's notes, or Glogger. Excavations to be carried out by Gottfried Oss, Michelle Sabrina Ruxer, and Marco Gettel under the supervision of Professor Sigismund Glogger. We've begun excavation work under the aegis of the Oxenfurt Academy, and with kind sponsorship of Prince Adrian of the Sea Cats. Our goal is to find the legendary treasure of King Maelgol of Estair. 8th of Blade. First day of excavation. I am deeply worried about the Witcher present among our company. I had a bad feeling about him at the very start, during the first meeting at Castle Drahim. Now, as we trek dark underground caverns, his presence gives me shivers. Are we entirely sure his task is to protect our expedition? Furthermore, Castle Drahim is too close to Oxenfurt for us not to have heard those unsettling rumors about Prince Adrian. Illegible fragment. 11th of Blythe. Third day of excavations. Kian demanded we surrender all notes found in the ruins of the Elven Armory. I refused. 13th of Blythe. 5th day of excavations. Pitch camp in a vast and dry cavern in the easterly portion of the complex. There are a few active portals here, and I'm afraid they're very likely unstable and unidirectional. 14th of Blythe. 4th day of excavations. The Witcher murdered Marco. He was deciphering one of the priceless Elven sketches when suddenly, as I watched on aghast, the Witcher slit his throat and grabbed his incunabulum. That's a word. I panicked and jumped into one of the portals, deposited me in some chamber which has no exit. Unless an echo of the portal appears, I am stuck here for good. I hope Michelle and Gottfried managed to escape. The remainder of the notes is difficult to decipher, and no dates are indicated. I must conclude the Witcher had from the very start been operating on Prince Adrian's orders. I'd not be surprised if they were toasting their scheme's success at Drahim Castle at this very moment. Blast it! Perhaps I should have gotten those elven diagrams to Kian after all. What good are they to me here if I have to rot in this crypt? I've finished the last drops of my water. There's nothing to eat. No echo from the portal has appeared. Gods, I don't believe in you, but you do in fact exist. Save me! Well, Professor Glogger, I guess no one saved you. Okay, so that's probably where we have to go. That's the way out. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? In between recordings, I went and upgraded Cat because I couldn't take it. Consume. Now I can actually see stuff. Of course, the portals is like
some mechanism that opens this door.
Very bright.
Missing one tile. Perfect hideout for an owl. Be a bit harder for me to move around.
Let's just also make sure that we use some proper oils. And necrophage oil. There we go. Because anything down here is likely to be dead. Okay, that's a quick way to death.
Portals. Portal. Great. Witch hunters probably messed with them. Works. Who would have thunk? Eight portals. Make my stomach turn. A remix. It's edge frayed. This is an owl feather. Neckers. Might have expected much. They love places like this.
Show
Come
me
here,
what you
Necker.
got.
Nekker,
I can
you
start it up.
people wondering if what I actually said.
Should work now. Did it. Activated the portal.
Stay back. Not one step closer.
Sheathe that before you hurt yourself.
Wait. You that Witcher the king was supposed to send?
Guessed it. You should know by now how dangerous this place is. I'll wait up above with the others.
Not a chance. Those cowards ran at the first whiff of monsters. I made a stiffer stuff. Besides, something big's set to happen here. I just know it. I learn what it is. Radovid will appreciate it. King will promote me. Maybe even give me a medal.
Think Philippa's still here?
Think Philippa's still here?
Can't rightly know. Sure, we searched a few caverns, but hidden nooks abound. If someone wanted to hide in here, they could easily. Even if they weren't to know.
So what do you think is set to happen here?
What's the big event that's supposed to happen?
Don't know the details, but I came across Phillipa Eilheart's notes. Mentioned Ida Emian, Margarita Lo Antille, Francesca Finderbear, and Frangella Vigo. As I see it, they aim to meet here.
Well, I think I best get you out of here, Mr. Witch Hunter.
Alright, let's get you out of here.
Told you already, no chance. Besides, the teleport's power cell, I broke it off. We've to wait till they come for us. Got no choice.
Nobody's gonna come for us. Give me the crystal, I'll get us out of here.
But the monsters?
I'll defend you.
What if you can't?
Yeah, use my persuasion. Behave and give me the crystal.
Be a good little hunter and give me the crystal.
I am a good little hunter. There you go.
Now get on out of here, Hunter. Why loot?
Love
Letter
letters.
to Philippa. Dear Philippa, as I write this, I'm sipping your favorite cocktail on the terrace of my father's Melina estate and wondering, what the devil are you thinking? I understand if you've simply grown bored with me. I'd accept it if it had turned out that our pair we made was not to your liking, or you had found yourself a younger, prettier model. But the love of the bleeding gods, Dijkstra? That, with all due respect, pot-bellied swine over me? I do not know if you've been testing new concoctions that have addled your mind, or if perhaps this is another one of your games. Yet even if you must seek intimacy with that primitive for political reasons, do not see why this should mean the end of our relationship. After all, it would be not the first time we would hide our love.
Huh. Interesting. Philippa dumped some woman for Dijkstra. Another feather. Doubt Philippa had an aviary. These are signs of polymorphy.
Okay. Here it is.
Right. Now to activate it.
Hey there, Neckers.
Tunnel. Wonder where it leads.
Not done with you yet, Necker.
Another feather. Doubt Phillipa had an aviary. These are signs of polymorph.
Before I go forward, I'm gonna... You know what they say, never leave an enemy at your back.
Power cell.
Better grab some swallow. I swear I hit Quinn there. But when they swarm you like that, it can be awful tough. Any other loot down here? Well, it looks like I saved myself a trip back here. It looks like I'm going to need that power cell for something later on.
Gotta be the lowest level.
Let's look for treasure. What treasure? Well, you know, not every time that you blow away some rocks is there going to be a chest underneath. But sometimes there will be. Sometimes there'll even be a disclair. This will be the portal out, but before I do that, I want us to search over here for loot. For looting purposes. Executioner's boots, superior moon dust, hunting gauntlets. Nice. Man, even the superior cat doesn't last very long. What's in here?
sentry, of course.
Ifrit. Phillipa Eilheart, big Final Fantasy fan. Okay, let's go and get some Elementium oil. And let's see, what are my bombs am I using currently? Moon dust? Nah, that's no good. We want dimeridium bombs. For elemental. First thing's Quen. That's quite a bit of toxicity I got going there, huh? Just eat a little bit of food here, because food makes everything better. Let's see what's down this way. I see you, treasure. Look, it worked once for loot. I'm gonna keep doing it. Oh, oh. That's cool. Oh, no wonder I can't see anything. My cat potion wore off again. Let's see what's over here.
Bed, table, a few chairs. Modest, but a home nonetheless. Agates. Kind Phillipa always wore around her neck. Except, why are these covered in blood? She either fought someone, or used them in her experiments. Blood-stained surgical instruments. Phillipa operated on someone here. Notes. Charred, almost completely. Can't read a thing. What's this? Aniseed and birch bark. Powerful disinfectant.
We found Philippa's smoking pipe.
A megascope. Scorched, covered in soot. Maybe one of the crystals survived.
Now we know we're looking for a megascope crystal. It's got to be around here somewhere.
A megascope. Scorched, covered in soot. Maybe one of the crystals survived. Crystal from a megascope. Heavily chipped. Tress will know what to do with this.
Another reason to go and talk to our lovely red-headed companion, Triss Marigold. Time to go report to the witch hunters. But before we do, let's just go and refresh things, because I don't trust them witch hunters as far as I can throw Esther.
You should have gone after him.
Yep. I knew it. They're about to betray me.
You're alive. Find anything?
I really don't want to give the Megascope crystal to them. I want to give it to Triss. I think I'm going to say not a thing. Could say none of your business, that'll tick them off. Maybe they'll believe me if I say not a thing.
Cremated notes, a necker nest, rats. Nothing interesting.
Why don't I believe you?
It's your problem, not mine.
Dunno. Your problem, I guess.
Oh, you're wrong there.
Grab him!
You like the eternal fire so much? Burn!
He killed him!
Told you it was your problem. Hi there, Roach. I see you on my mini-map. So, I'm not going to go do that right away. Instead, we're going back to our treasure hunt. So the next thing we've got to do for this treasure hunt is explore Drahim Castle. Excellent. Since we've already kind of been there for the White Lady, where is you signpost?
Oh, you're fucked.
You think I'm?
You witch fucker!
Only if they ask nicely. Anyway, where were we? Let's go up before we go down. So I have a feeling down is the right way to go. Of course, you always want to go the wrong way first. Reaver's boots. Superior vampire oil. Nice. Of course, none of that is cat school gear. And what we're looking for here is cat school gear. Ooh, superior draconid oil. Nice. Superior golden oriole. Oh, that's nice. Want me some of that golden oriole, superior golden oriole. Let me tell you, that's the stuff that, if I remember correctly, that makes you immune to poison. Prince Audrian's journal and feline steel sword. Nice. We'll take all of that and we'll read Prince Audrian's journal. Kian performed wonderfully. It's a shame, of course, that Professor Glogger disappeared somewhere in the ruins of Estair, along with the rest of the Elven diagrams, but those sketches for a steel sword alone are worth as much of a village in southern Redania. We split the takings equally, as per our agreement. I kept the diagram for the silver sword, while Kian took the crossbow diagram. I must admit, I didn't exactly need every member of the expedition's head preserved in vinegar, but they do constitute impressive proof of Kian's conscientiousness and professionalism, which are sworn none of the archaeologists would leave us here alive, and none did. All the more shame, then, that Kian didn't accept my offer. As my personal bodyguard, he would never want it for a thing. Steady pay, caviar and strawberries for breakfast, lobster for lunch, daily baths, a court surgeon, and courtesans of both sexes for all his needs. And if they still lacked for anything, he had but to knock on my chamber door. I must very much love all that trudging around the world, because I do not believe Jacob of Dembic could dangle a better offer than I did. Really now, Jacob of Dembic? A second-rate captain transporting whores to dockside Novigrad pimps for a fistful of crowns? With any luck, sooner or later, a storm will sink that linky tub of his, and Kian will return to me, tail between his legs. Illegible scrawlings, scrubbed, illegible waxing, illegible, legible, blade oil, illegible, devil's puffball, illegible, contortions. Ink visibly fresher than previous entries. Many years have passed. I have heard of the Flying Deer, the vessel in which Kian was sailing, wrecked off the coast of the Grassy Knoll. Was it my curse? Not bad for a beginner. Perhaps I should think about enrolling in Banard. It looks like we're headed to the coast. Okay, we're approaching the wreck of the Flying Stag. See what's here. Okay. We need to get below decks. Mage's Notes and Feline Crossbow. Nice. Kian is as enlisted as with blah 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 blah. Kian has enlisted with the Flying Stag as a god of sorts. A hefty sack of Novigrad crowns convinced the captain of the lodge to lodge me in his cabin, but could not cure me of my affliction of being unable to read and read out loud at that. All is going according to plan. I'm actually finding this expedition amusing. I'm glad I didn't contract the kidnapping out to some bulgy-armed half-wit. I'll do it more gracefully myself. He's cautious. I won't be able to put him down with a casually placed poison apple. Guess I'll have to zonk him out with a spell and whisk him away via teleport. I just hope it won't plop us down somewhere in the middle of Temple Isle instead of my quarters below it. The power pulsating from my laboratory tends to throw off a good portion of my attempts to teleport home. Very high level resistance to psionic spells. Time needed for full penetration of the nervous system. Half an hour at least. A few more moments and the Witcher will be ready for transport. We just need to wipe our tracks. Perhaps a little change in the weather? While waiting for more favorable atmospheric conditions, I look through his things. Very intriguing documents. A map of Estaire, crafting diagrams of elven provenance. Margin note, highly interesting sketch for one-handed crossbow. Most likely use hunt draconids or ornithosaurs. Must ask about this during interrogation. Confirms my theory that the witches of the cat school use elven weapons. And, wait for it, Professor Sigismund Glogger's notes. It's clear the witch had something to do with the famous professor's disappearance. I think I might have overdone it with the cumulum nimbi. No point in trying and tarrying time to evacuate. So a mage kidnapped Kian, our cat school witcher, and teleported away. I wanted to go to this island anyway, because there's a question mark here. Oh, looks like it's a guarded treasure. Interesting. This may be either a slightly longer than normal episode, or I might put it in 2 episodes. So we're getting into some... What? A basilisk? What do I know about basilisks? Are you a draconid? Yes. Golden Oriole because he poisons. Grape shot. Draconid oil. Hard. Yeah, anything to knock him out of the air, in other words. I'll use my crossbow for that anyway. Draconid oil. Well, that was anticlimactic. Longclaw? Oh, we may have to equip that. Let's have a look. I likely will cut everything out until I get back to Temple Isle. But I'm going to look and see what I've got. Probably I'll sell a bunch of stuff. So... Alright, we're back. I think I've found the way. I think I know the way. To Santa Fe. No, to... to the mage's hideout here. The one who kidnapped Kian.
Someone placed an illusion here.
Well, the Eye of Nelhani will take care of that. Yeah, I'd say we definitely found our way into the mage's lair. As you can see, I have relieved myself of all those great quality weapons and armors that were making things difficult for us. Oh, and I added another point into oil, or blade oils, on the character sheet. Refresh everything. And we're going to use torches because why not? That sounds like an elemental to me. If we run into anything, it'll be people, it won't be like a wolf. That's right, taking all your mushrooms. What are you gonna do about it? That's right, not a darn thing, yeah. Elemental. Actually, for this, we're likely going to do dimeridium instead of a torch, so let's also turn on the cat, since we're looking for cat school gear. This is not good. Yrden? Geralt, I wanted Quen. Gotcha. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about that other wall that looked like we could explode it yet, but That's probably the right way, so we're going to go the wrong way first. Look to the depths to be lifted up. Okay, we can do that. Research notes. As per the instructions of our supervisor, Irenaeus var Steingard, we have conducted a series of studies on the genotype of creatures commonly known as drowners. Sadly, administering a poison made of fugu fish induced a coma in all the specimens in the study. After 24 hours, the vital functions of all above-mentioned specimens ceased, prohibiting us from continuing with the study. Mateo Sikolka. Oh, I get it. Look to the depths to be lifted up. You gotta make all the statues look inwards. Which this one already was, so I'm going to be pulling that lever until the end of time. If I was a game designer, this would be a really good place to put a monster, so I'm just going to get my Quen up just in case. Called it. Come on now. Look to the depths. Lift me up. Before I actually go into the water with what it sounds like a bunch of drowners. Turn the lights on. Mysterious recipe. Dear Pascal and Timo, I've got a bit of time between these treatments that I have to administer to these stinking drowners, so as promised I'm writing you the recipe for my famous spiced chicken and pumpkin stew. Pumpkin, chicken thighs, or alternatively chicken breast. Mix of exotic spices, milk of the cocos, nucifera, hard to get. There's a ship from O.P. Kenberg and Sons Import Company that arrives in Novgorod Port first Wednesday of every month. Those guys sell everything, striped horse included. Remainder of the list is illegible. I'm sure you'll figure out the process on your own. Good luck. MT. But I want to know the process. All you drowners gotta die. Laboratory key. Oh. This was the correct way to go after all. So if that was the correct way to go, they gave us something for the quest. Okay, that's the laboratory, so that's also the right way to go. So what's over here the wrong way? What's the Kop way to do this? I can hear you right now, but Kop, if you keep going the wrong way, you'll never get to the end of the quest. See, what you gotta understand is the side path is the quest. Nope, I don't want the spooky lantern, I want the torch. Let's see, did I make in this game, it's been too long, did I make Killer Whale yet? I did. Very nice. And as well, I get the feeling I'm going to need Quen. Oh. I said Quen. Yeah, I'm going to put this away and turn cat on. Whew. It looks like we've got some nasty old mushrooms there. We'll use one of our dried fruits and nuts. Give a bit of health back. Invoice for a golem. Issued by Jehuda Law, Professor Irenaeus var Steingard. Goods purchased, gaudy golem clay, porcelain. Warranty, in the event of damage to the ceramic, please report immediately to the nearest branch of Jehuda Law and apprentices. The golem can only be serviced by qualified company personnel. Okay. Now, if I know this game, and I think I do, the next thing that's about to happen is I'm about to get attacked. So I looted something. That means I'm going to get attacked. Let's get the ever-loving heck out of here. Too much poisonous gas. Well, that was interesting. However, now it's time to continue along the path. Oh, I see somebody there, so I think I'm going to eat something to heal with. No, I think I'm going to turn off. Superior dimeridium bombs.
No evil, only pain. Seems you are no good, no evil, only pain.
So that was Kian. Ooh, he's got the moon blade, laboratory notebook, and the rest of the feline diagrams. Excellent. Let's read the notebook. Day 1. Luckily, the teleport deposited us directly into my laboratory. It's good to be home. I had grown sick of the gills of that leaky tub. Out that storm I summoned smashed it into those craggy rocks off the grassy knoll shore. The experiments which my students conducted, drowners in my absence, did not yield the expected results. As usual, I must do everything myself. I will administer a brew of medicinal opium to the subject. This milk of the poppy will keep the Witcher in a state of half-consciousness, and thus incapable of any resistance. Commencing studies. Note: I must hold off on my planned experiments while I clean up the demolished portion of my laboratory. I have set the bones in the forearm of one of my assistants. I will now administer a quadruple dose of the milk of the poppy to the Witcher. Day 4. Subject shows incredible resistance to physical torture. Only broke after the second day of intense labor. Moderately satisfactory results from the interrogation. Garnered information about the Witcher training in the cat school of Witchers in general, As suspected, cat school witches are, for the most part, of elven stock. This school must have some tie to the elder races. Addendum. Perhaps the founder was a member of the Unshade. Subject until further study. I have discontinued his doses of poppy. Day 7. Administered extract of cowbane and hemlock. In typical representatives of the human and Unshade species, such a mixture provokes paralysis of the peripheral nervous system, and eventually the nerve endings as well. The results are muscular, skeletal, pulmonary, and cardiac paralysis, and ultimately death through suffocation. The Witcher is not, however, a typical representative of any species, though the poison did seem to cause some mild irritations. In his nervous system, his mutated body quickly managed to neutralize the harmful alkaloids. In a matter of hours, all symptoms of the poison I administered have vanished. Stinging him with sea wasp toxin. Day 15. Stinging him with sea wasps. Sea wasp toxin did not provoke the expected results. In order to strengthen the toxin's effect, I poured ethyl alcohol into his wounds. His nervous system seems to be immune. Day 26. The subject has been tortured, poisoned, burnt, frozen, starved, and dehydrated. And despite it all, his body continues to function. He eats and drinks by himself, moves about his cell on his own, and is able to articulate simple words. Please, drink, don't hurt, stop. Conclusion. As I suspect, the Witcher is a superb energumen. A demon trapped in such an excellently prepared body will become death incarnate, vengeful wrath made flesh, and placed at my command. No one has succeeded in creating a being of such power since the times of Malispin and Alzur. This is a great day for science. Time to begin the incantations. Oh, so they did all this. They tortured him, examined him, everything, so they could put a demon in him. Oh, man. That's just nasty. That is just nasty. Time for me to loot these sons of guns places dry. I will steal all their stuff from their dead bodies to make up for the fact that they did this to a Witcher, who then killed them in the process. Gnomish prankings, gnomish prankings. How many copies of gnomish prankings you guys need anyway? Elven sages. That's not what I wanted to do. Although the magic dampening field at the Dimeridium sure did make that fight against the other Witcher a lot easier than it probably could have been. I get the nasty suspicion that he would have like thrown Igni at me and put up a bunch of Quen shields and stuff like that. Can't help but get the feeling there's like some secret wall or something I'm missing. 3 days later. Well, if I haven't already, I'm gonna cut here and go and make my cat school gear, and then we'll call it an episode. And we're back with our brand new cat school gear, looking mighty spiffy. Mighty spiffy. So, our next big thing Let's see what we've got. Could do that thing with Roach. Do you want to do that thing with Triss? A lot of things we want to do with Triss. Supervisor. Okay, that's going to take me to Skellige. Anything with this will take me to Skellige. So yeah, I think what we'll do next time is yeah, we could we'll tell Priscilla about what happened with Horson Jr. next time. And oh, you know what we need to do? We actually need to find... Yeah. We'll do one of these two next time. We'll advance the two major plot points. One or the other next time. I'll think about what I want to do. Until then, take care, have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Another drifter in
Kop out.
Samaria.